And now for a News 8 investigation on the topic of housing. City leaders say an out-of-state company that owns hundreds of homes in Rochester has been unresponsive. Isabel Garcia explains the specific concerns Rochester's housing attorney is addressing.
The company is called SFR3 and is based in California. According to the company's website, it's a tech-enabled real estate fund which acquires and renovates single-family homes in disrepair for rent. City records show SFR3 bought more than 200 homes over the last 2 years in Rochester. Rochester city officials noted several problems with some of those properties, and now their challenge is what to do next. On Monday, April 10th, in the overnight hours, firefighters were called to a home at 26 Burbank Street. It was the second time the home caught fire in less than a month, and the city's arson task force ruled it arson later that morning. The building is owned by an LLC called SFR3-60. Rochester City housing attorney Mike Filano says he cannot reach anyone with the company.
We have the long-term concern of companies coming in, engaging in de-investment and leaving the city with the husk of a property. But we have the short-term problem of these, when there's an immediate issue, when there's an emergency, that we have nobody to contact, that the occupants have nobody to contact, the neighbors don't have anybody to contact whenever something goes wrong with these properties. There's no accountability.
Filano tells me the city has been tracking the company since he came on board with the Corporation Council in September. Based on his understanding and the company's website, it's a California-based tech-enabled real estate fund which creates varying LLCs to purchase property portfolios. This is why 26 Burbank Street's property owner is listed as SFR3-60.
So in Rochester, there's 8 different LLCs that own a bunch of property in Rochester. Now, our concern, at least with this property, why it's on our radar, is a lot of them have double-digit violations. So 41 of these properties have double-digit violations, 17 have more than 20 violations, 25 of these are vacant, 115 of them have open cases with us, which means that there's at least one violation or no certificate of occupancy that we're aware of.
I've tried to reach out to SFR3 several times over the past month, but have yet to receive a response. According to Filano, SFR3, as the parent company, owns hundreds of homes in our area, all purchased within the last 2 years.
My understanding is it's within all their subsidiary LLCs over 200 properties.
Within the city of Rochester?
That's my understanding, yes. They're distributed, throughout Rochester, but more so in the areas where property values are lower, a lot of high rental areas. There's a lot of Beechwood here, Market View Heights, down in the 19th Ward as well.
Whether the city will take SFR3 to court is unclear, but the city will have to consider several factors.
Well, we can't comment on cases that we are going to bring.
Filano tells me there is no cap for the number of properties an individual, group, or otherwise can own. If you're responsible, you can own as much as you'd like. The current city code states for each code violation on a property, it's a $500 penalty per violation per day. Again, I have not yet heard any response from SFR3. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Isabel. The city also hired additional code enforcement officers last fall, along with a code enforcement trainer. According to the city, each inspector is assigned an average of around 300 cases.